Okay, here welcoming you to another Boogie Woogie and Blues lesson. And today I wanted to share with you an idea which I think will help you in many different aspects of your playing. And it's an idea that is a little bit traditional, but I think many Boogie Woogie players neglect it, and that is your warm-up exercises and your whole practicing regime. How should you practice? How often should you practice? Well, let me just throw out a question there to camera person who's actually not really a piano player, which, would you agree with that?
Not at all a piano player.
Okay, well let me ask you a question, camera person. How often do you think you should practice every day as a piano player?
How often every day?
Yeah, I mean, what would a good practicing regime be? And I'm throwing this out to everybody watching this.
If you're really serious, probably a couple of hours every day.
Couple of hours, what do you mean?
1 or 2 hours every day.
Alright, well you're being a bit vague there.
Well, 1 or 2 hours every day?
Okay, alright. Does that include Sunday?
I don't know. No, have Sunday off because you need a break.
Okay, well what I would, you need to practice, I would say, if you want to have, I think you should have 1 day off a week, and the reason I think you should have 1 day off is because there's 2 things that will kill your playing. That's too much practice and too little practice. And for me, I found that the maximum amount of time that I should practice is 2 hours a day. Any more than 2 hours, my hand starts aching and we go into the law of diminishing returns. And one thing I wanted to share with you is the idea of doing a warm-up, 15-minute warm-up before every Boogie Woogie session, because it's so demanding on your muscular system that I think a warm-up exercise is essential. And I want you to start playing scales. And arpeggios. Minor scales as well. Chromatic scales, which are quite nice. You might want to come in for the chromatic scales. Chromatic scales are when you play each note. Let's pick a note, for example, G sharp. You play both hands together. Those of you who are finding problems playing both hands together, doing chromatic scales, or any scale, hands together will help you. Do it 2 octaves, 3 octaves. And it really helps to warm up your muscular system. Another great one for more advanced players is by doing octaves. Because in Boogie Woogie we often have this kind of thing. That kind of thing in Boogie Woogie, which is very technically demanding. I mean, if you do that for like half a minute, you're going to kind of... a lot of that kind of stuff. And you can build up to that by doing octave scales, which are like this. If you get the left hand and the right hand together, or just do one hand at a time if you want, let's just do the right hand, just do chromatically octaves. This is a good exercise. Want to start on a different note. Say, pick a note, camera person.
D.
D. Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say something a bit more exotic, like A flat. No.
Right. Okay, then C sharp.
Okay, that's better. So start on C sharp. And ideally you want to go up to 2 hands together. Can you get in both hands there? I don't know if you can get some. Let's pick another note, camera person.
A flat.
A flat, wonderful. So let's do it both hands together on A flat, say 2 octaves. And so I want you to incorporate some warm-up exercises before you start Boogie Woogie playing. 5 minutes, 10 minutes of scales. Some piano teachers, there's a bit of controversy about scales. Some piano teachers don't like them. They say they're too mechanical, and you don't want your playing to become mechanical, but I've always found them very, very helpful. So introduce a warm-up routine of good old-fashioned scales, major scales, minor scales, chromatic scales, arpeggios, and also some boogie woogie riffs like this one, you know. Like that for 5 minutes every day. That'll warm you up. That's what I wanted to share with you today, the idea of having 5 or 10 minutes warm up before you actually start your boogie woogie practice sessions. Do an hour or two every day, 6 days a week, have 1 day a week off and make it regular. As always, spread the boogie woogie word, give me your questions and comments, any ideas for future lessons, and ignore camera person because I think she's getting a little bit out of control these days.
They can't see me, how can they ignore me? They don't want to see me.
Yes, they do want to see you. You're getting a fan base. Okay, alright, there you go, camera person.
Thank you very much.
So listen, this is Dr. K, and I'm going to finish with a little bit of boogie woogie, and I will talk to you very soon.